when you want to make a big statement in the National Basketball Association, you go to whom? You go to Woj, right? It's the biggest mouthpiece, the biggest stage that you can do would be, let's let Woj know that speak up and speak out. So when they landed in Orlando, the call had been arranged, sounds like, the exact behind the working, but it sounded like they went to and said, we would like some to you. Congratulations him. And when he spoke nicely, I doing hand help you win. So me I'm the reason you got this far, and I'm thinking you got how far to it. Westbrook, you have tried successfully is because the ability going to be a big team with odds on to win the championship this year, been mostly in obviously not a little LeBron for, but in the end, you know, and I know, we both agree the liability here, the puzzle that they overcome Russell Westbrook. So I read these quotes, but we're disappointed that we lost the damn game. I'm calling that one because I don't believe it, because there's been no other statement out of his mouth that said he was more interested in winning the damn game. Well, when has he ever been more interested in winning a damn game? He's always been more interested in prioritizing. It's why he's been on 4 teams in 4 years. It's why I said I can't do it anymore with him. He got way to go, Kevin. Because all city the last to the depth of his team. Often, times he finished second. He's leading right here, right now. As we speak, Russell leading 30% who was playing ranked of 154 qualified. 69% from the free throw line. Yeah. And in the end, all these things says that, you know, I'm committed to making this thing. 14 win. Still at 8 high respectable numbers, but often follow so many so many turnovers that make you back. We do blue reasons show, and especially the turnovers, because we sit back and say, and guard and history just never seen this bad. Hang on to the basketball and finish. in the end shape, and you said, well, all this sounds not take me out anymore. That's what I'm doing the lines. And he can.
Well, that's the problem. See what the Lakers doing? The Lakers saying, well, we don't want to come out with the buy guy, even though we want to trade him. So we hope Russ go to his agent, say, hey, get me up out of there. Then we can say, you know what? Russ wanted to be out of here. We're trying to facilitate that. And you're absolutely right, Skip. When team or guys want to get something out, they go to Woj. Woj is the NBA inside politics. And one of them gets a hold of it, it happened. It was fair. And when it's going to come through fruition, you put your ball. So to do this interview, a one interview from Russ, but Skip, if actions and words, what he said. About working out the game. And that man, you know, he's every what the kid. But you see and your kid somebody a player that somebody Skip, that's the only way you can win. From top to bottom, have to be equally invested. If it's not going to work. Without handling the sacrifice. I'm not really concerned with in run ball because their running game, short game.
I said we're brain injury issues in brain. Great Eric Weddle out of retirement off crap. For all say all losing on September 26th. Did 432 in that they lost 34 to 4. I think maybe in some spots has 2 points to a Tyler Johnson who can't obviously guy in the world, but it's going to be brave, be every just be that'll be tough to separate from Jalen Ramsey because he's the best in the business at what he does. And he's so physical, he can match the physicality of Mike Evans. So I don't think there's going to be any push-off physical separation. So I think it's going to be a long, hard day for Brady, but I give him a little bit of chance because of the injuries on the back end that did not manifest themselves against Kyler Murray because the Rams took off. It looked like they were suddenly the hottest team in football. Odell looked like Hollywood Odell, the hottest thing in Hollywood this time on this side of Michael B. Jordan. And they look like a Super Bowl team, albeit against Arizona.
I suck at kicking.
Okay, so Shannon, now I'm going to flip it around, and I'm going to tell you why I still am going to hang in there, and I'm still going to pick Brady to win this game. It's because of the guy I've said from the start will be your undoing. Your Achilles heel will be Matthew Stafford. He finally broke through, and he finally won his first playoff game against an Arizona team that was reeling, that lost 4 of its last 5, only 1 victory against my reeling Dallas Cowboys, so I don't even count that one now. My point is that I don't. And I don't trust Matthew Stafford against a Bucs defense that I thought quietly was brought to a boil by an even better coordinator than Raheem. That's Todd Bowles. Hope he gets a head coaching job. I'm his biggest fan. I think he's Belichickian. I think my Tampa Bay defense is pretty healthy. I think it suddenly found itself right on schedule, just the way it did 1 year ago. And I never didn't give credit to the Bucs defense. It did help carry Brady to his 7th Super Bowl, and I believe it's going to help carry Brady through a game that he's going to have no business winning with his lack of weapons and lack of protection on offense. So I say Matthew Stafford is going to have to struggle for me to win this game, and I believe he will. I believe they will get pressure on him. Obviously, Shaq Barrett, JPP are back, and I think they're reasonably healthy. I still have Devin White. I have a reasonably healthy Levante David. The secondary is reasonably healthy now that Murphy Bunting seems to be back. He was practicing this week. So all of a sudden, I think I have enough firepower on defense to keep Odell to a low roar. I got nothing but respect for Cooper Kupp. I don't know how he does it, but he does it. He was simply the most productive receiver in pro football, and I dread and fear him this Sunday. But I think they can hold all of that down just enough that I'm going a much lower score. I'm going to say that Brady, just on his all-time magic, that he will find a way to levitate his offense and figure a way to get them 24 points. I'm going to go 24 points for Brady's offense. And I say your offense gets held to 21. So I'll go 24 to 21. I have very little courage of my convictions. I don't have high confidence. Scale of 1 to 10, I'd say my confidence in my pick is a 2 right now. So you have me on the run, I am the first to admit. Because on paper, this screams, it smacks of Rams ramming Tom Brady.
Well, Skip, the thing that we didn't mention is Cam Akers, who came back from a torn Achilles in July and played extremely well in a playoff game on Monday night. Sony Michel,
he did.
We've seen play really well in big playoff games. So, Skip, I don't know how
yards on this one.
If you're going to go out there and run for 140, 150 yards,
no.
kind of like you did the other night, I think you need to run the ball well enough so JPP, Vita Vea, and that front four can't just tee off on him. And Skip, another thing, I think the advantage that you guys have is that you're inside pass runners. I think Vita Vea, I think they have an advantage over the guards. I think that is the weak link of the Rams offensive line. Because I think there's tackles. I think Hammerstein and I think the old elderly guy, I forget his name, left tackle, Whitworth. I think they'll hold up against Shaq Barrett and JPP on the outside. The small concern that I have is on the inside because I've seen Corbin at times get manhandled, and you're dealing with two guys inside that can manhandle your guards if you're not careful. We've seen Vita Vea handle some of the best guards, all pro guards. We've seen him take them and dump them in the quarterback's lap. So you're going to have your hands full trying to deal with those guys. The return game, if the Rams special team, I believe, is a lot better than Tampa. They got a nice punt returner, they got a nice kick returner. Keep that in mind because, Skip, in playoff games, it comes down to a big punt return, a big kick return, a turnover here, a turnover there, can completely flip a ball game. So I think the Rams, if you look at it from a special teams wise, I believe they're better than your Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, everything else is a push. Offensively, defensively, you get push. It might come down to a special teams, a kicking ball game. So that's why I went a slight edge with the Rams. You and I both believe it'll be close. I say it's a little more high scoring. You believe it's a little bit more low scoring. But we both have a 3-point win one way or another.
We do. And by the way, to your point about Rams running the football, I will go on record as saying they will not. They will not break 100 against that front. That's the one thing, that front, when it's time, when it decides you will not run the ball on us, I believe they will not run the ball. I believe the game will be pushed back into the hands of one Matthew Stafford. who was 0-3 in the playoffs until he got to beat Arizona. I believe that Matt Stafford will throw 2 picks. I believe Brady will throw no picks. I don't think Brady will throw for even 300 yards because the featured player, now all the spotlight for this game goes upon, if you can believe I'm saying this, on Josh Wells. He will be the starting right tackle for Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr. Josh Wells, undrafted out of James Madison from Mechanicsville, Virginia.